Hey everyone, and welcome. The best part of science isn't about knowing all the answers. Not at all. It's those moments that make you lean back and just go, wait a second, that's not supposed to happen? These are the discoveries that force us to tear up the old textbooks and admit that our neat little models of the universe, well, they've got some serious holes in them.
So, what does happen when the universe just decides to go off script? That's what we're going to dig into. We're counting down the 10 most stunning, rule-breaking, no way that's real discoveries from the past decade or so. These are the finds that left the scientists who discovered them just scratching their heads in disbelief. So let's buckle up and count down the 10 biggest cosmic curveballs.
All right, let's kick things off at number 10. We're heading right next door, cosmically speaking, to a planet we thought was a completely settled case.
So Venus, right? For as long as we can remember, it's been painted as this absolute hellscape. I mean, crushing pressure, acid rain, hot enough to melt lead, a totally dead world. But then, in 2020, scientists found something in its clouds that just shouldn't be there: phosphine gas. Now, here on Earth, phosphine is pretty much only made by living things. So all of a sudden, we had to ask this insane question: could there be some kind of microbial life floating in the clouds of Venus?
Coming in at number 9. This one was a real nail-biter for astronomers, a primetime drama that played out with one of the most famous stars in our entire sky.
Betelgeuse, the giant red star in the shoulder of Orion. A couple of years ago, it started to get dim, and then dimmer and dimmer. The entire astronomy world was buzzing, thinking, oh my gosh, this is it, it's gonna go supernova. We had telescopes from all over the world pointed at it, waiting for the show. And the grand finale? It was kind of an anticlimax. Turns out, the star basically just had a massive cosmic sneeze, blowing a huge chunk of itself out into space, which then cooled into a dust cloud that blocked its own light. Okay, for number 8, we're zooming out. We're zooming out from a star you can see with your own eyes to a bizarre, powerful mystery from deep space that suddenly showed up right in our cosmic backyard. So, there are these things called fast radio bursts, or FRBs. Imagine a blast of energy more powerful than our sun puts out in days, but it lasts for just a millisecond. We'd been detecting them from other galaxies for years, but we had no idea what was causing them. Then, in 2020, bam! We got one from inside our own galaxy. For the first time ever, we could trace the signal back to its source, a magnetar. It's this super dense dead star with a magnetic field so powerful it's just mind-boggling. We finally had a culprit for at least some of these cosmic blasts. All right, let's bring it back home for number 7, way closer to home. We're talking about our constant companion in the night sky, the moon.
We've known for a while that there's ice on the moon, right? But the idea was always that it was stuck in these deep, dark craters at the poles where the sun never shines. But it turns out that's not the whole story. NASA found water molecules just scattered all over the moon's sunlit surface. And this is a massive deal. It's a complete game changer for sending people back there. The moon suddenly goes from being just a dusty rock to being a potential gas station for the solar system.
At number 6, we're shifting gears a little. This isn't something we found, but rather something we're pretty sure is hiding from us. It's this growing realization that our map of the solar system, well, it might be missing a planet.
Way, way out past Neptune, in the dark, cold fringes of our solar system, astronomers noticed that a bunch of tiny, icy worlds were all moving in a really weird, clustered way. It just didn't make sense. It's like something huge, something we can't see, is pulling their strings with its gravity. And the more we look, the more the evidence points to one wild idea. There's a giant, undiscovered 9th planet out there, lurking in the darkness.
Okay, so from the very edge of our own solar system, for number 5, we're going to take a leap all the way back to the very beginning of the universe.
This one absolutely broke some brains in cosmology. Our theories predicted that after the Big Bang, it would take a good long while for the first galaxies to form. Maybe 600 million years or more. But then we pointed the James Webb Space Telescope back in time, and it found huge, mature, fully formed galaxies at just 300 million years after the Big Bang. It makes no sense. It's like walking into a nursery and finding a bunch of fully grown adults.
And now for number 4. Oh boy. This one is about a visitor from another star system that didn't just bend the rules, it acted like there were no rules at all.
In 2017, we spotted Oumuamua, our first ever interstellar visitor. Right off the bat, it was weird, super weirdly shaped. But the truly bizarre part came as it was leaving. It started to speed up, as if it hit the gas pedal. But there was no engine, no comet tail outgassing, nothing visible was pushing it. It just accelerated on its own. So, what was it? The theories got pretty wild. Maybe it was a weird kind of comet made of stuff we can't see. Or maybe it was a giant iceberg made of pure hydrogen. And yeah, you even had some of the top astronomers at Harvard seriously suggest it might have been an alien probe. The honest truth? We still have absolutely no idea.
For number 3, we're going to shift from cosmic weirdness to a little bit of cosmic hope. This is about finding a world that, in all the ways that really matter, looks an awful lot like Earth.
I mean, finding planets around other stars is almost routine now. But the real jackpot is finding one that's about the same size as Earth and is in the habitable zone, that perfect distance from its star where liquid water could exist, not too hot, not too cold. And that's exactly what we found with TOI 700e. It ticks all the right boxes. It's one of the most promising candidates we have in the search for another planet that could actually host life.
All right, we're down to the top 2. And number 2, this is a big one. This isn't just about a planet or a star. This is a discovery that threatens our entire understanding of the whole universe.
It's known as the Hubble Tension, and it's a huge crisis in cosmology. Basically, there are 2 ways to measure how fast the universe is expanding. You can look at light from the very early universe, right after the Big Bang, and you get one number. Or you can look at stars and galaxies in the modern universe, and you get another, faster number. And here's the thing. Both measurements are incredibly precise, but they don't agree. It means that our standard model of the universe is missing something big.
And here we are, the number 1 most unexpected discovery. This is something so shocking it fundamentally challenges the chemistry of how our own solar system was even built.
When the Rosetta mission landed on Comet 67P, it found something that just shouldn't exist there: molecular oxygen, O2, the same stuff we breathe. See, oxygen is super reactive. It wants to bond with everything. In the chaos of the early solar system, it should have immediately found some hydrogen and made water. Finding it just hanging out, pure, on a 4.6 billion-year-old comet, scientists literally said they never thought it was possible. It just breaks all the rules of chemistry we thought we knew. You know, when you look at this whole list, that's the one thing they all have in common. From impossible galaxies to weird gas on Venus, none of these discoveries gave us a nice, simple answer. What they did was throw open the doors to brand new mysteries and much, much deeper questions.
And that's what makes this all so amazing. It just makes you wonder, right? What are we going to find next that, right now, we think is completely impossible? Because if this list proves anything, it's that the universe is far stranger and more wonderful than we've ever imagined.